everybody, it's Sam here. Thank you for watching. So I'm doing a voiceover on a card that I made during a Facebook Live. These are part of my mix and match, which I do on a Friday at 10 a.m. So this one is a kind of a take on the card that you can see there, which many people have asked me about, and I thought this time I would use the curved dies. So these are part of my Creative Cuts collection. As always, all the product will be linked below. Now with these dies, you can use them on any size card. It's entirely up to you. So there are no measurements really to give you here. It's just you can see the process that I'm doing. And if you want to watch this at the normal speed, then just check out the Facebook link below and you will be able to watch that. Now with these dies, if you're doing it the way that I'm doing this particular card, you'd need a large standard die machine. So I've got my Big Shot A4, Big Shot Plus there. So I'm just using the curved dies there and I'm cutting towards the left and the right hand side, and then I'm going to be adding some score lines next. So what I'm doing is I'm just making sure that I've got it equally spaced. Again, if you want those exact measurements, then head over to the Facebook page. It's about, I think, about 1.5 inches, 1 3/4, something like that. If you want to create the style card that I'm showing you, you could just use this, like I said, as a plain panel. There is heaps of inspiration on my Facebook page, and there's other tutorials as well using these dies. But just to show you this particular one, the one that I shared at the beginning, that was using the flowers that launched with the collection. But this time I'm using my under the water dies and stamps, and it looks so cute when you see the finished result. So again, just cutting the other side there, just making sure it was all lined up, and now I'm going to start trimming it down to this size here. I think the height of this one was, it must have been 7 inches, but I'm just trimming off bits from each side just to make sure it's all equal, and then just slicing off that big portion of the top so that it lines up with the top of the die. You don't need that bit there, although you can keep it there if you want. Depends, you know, the kind of style that you're going for, but you want something that's going to look like what I've got there. And now I'm starting to fold down all of those panels, so you can see all of this and the kind of how these dies work on the other tutorials that I've already shared. But I'm just folding them all down, and then you tuck each one underneath the one below. So they've just folded over, and now I'm tucking them underneath, and that will hold them all in place. You don't need to add any glue. I haven't with these. If you want to, you can pop a little dot there, but you don't need to. Once they're adhered down to the card blank, or folded in my case, then you don't need to add any glue at all. So I've folded them all over, and then I'm just giving them a really good burnish, and I've done the other side there, just sped that bit up. And now I'm just checking the measurements here, because I want to make sure I get my score line right through the middle of those cuts. And that's going to then start to create it's kind of a bridge fold style card. So here I'm just saying you want to get your score line running right down the side of the cuts there, and you can see in the example, and that picture is on my Facebook page as well, so you can see that closer up, and along with the one that I've already made here. So you can see that I'm just scoring, and then you want to score down next to either side of the that die cut piece, and then you want to score right down through the middle as well. So this is why it can be any size. You might not want your middle section to be as big as mine. So that's why you can follow the measurements if you want, but you can literally do this any way you want. So I've just put the score line in there. I had to be a bit careful because obviously it's lots of individual pieces, and then just fold that right over. I've seen some wonderful cards using the curved die that I'm using here to make a bodice, and it looked so good, and they weaved ribbon through. It's just such a nice effect. But for this one, we're going to do the underwater theme. So you can see that I'm just folding down all those score lines to create that bridge fold card. And again, just going over there. This cardstock is the Lidl cardstock. It's a 270 GSM. So it's a nice heavy weight. They cut through beautifully, and just a little bit harder to obviously score those pieces there. So just take your time so they don't rip or anything. And you can also double these up. Looks really nice as well. And I've done that before in tutorials. There's just so many fun ways to use these dies, and you can make them look really feminine and delicate, and you can use them in more masculine makes as well. So I'm just folding it all ways there, and I'm actually going to reverse this. So the bridge would have been, well, it's the back side of that shape now, but I'm going to have it the way that I'm showing you, and I'm going to add acetate right across the front, and that's going to keep it in that shape. You'll get 2 little pieces that will cut away if you've done the 2, but you'll get a piece that cuts away. Keep it. And I'm just sticking it right at the top there to just start off that design that continues all the way down. So I'm just adding a little bit of glue either side, and then what we can do is snip away the little bit of excess there, and that now completes that whole design from the top to the bottom. So yeah, don't throw those pieces away. If you did accidentally, then just cut that top bit again. You know, no harm done. It's such a small piece, so it doesn't matter. And then you can just see there, just follow the shape and just remove those. And now you've got that shape. So I've just pulled out all of my underwater themed stamps and dies. I keep them all in little boxes, so it just makes it, you know, easier when I want to put things together. And now I'm just cutting the papers that come from the collection and just starting to play around and place things. The reason I wanted to use these for the underwater theme is I thought it'd look really nice having the seaweed and little fish and things coming out of them, which you can see there. And it's starting to come together really nicely. I've also got some of my water droplets. They were in my Papercraft Society kit that I did, which was an underwater theme. So I'm just placing those down with a little bit of glue. That dries clear, and then you've got those clear water droplets. I've then cut a sheet of acetate, and I've popped it up on some foam. So those are little foam circle dots that you can see there. And I've just laid the acetate right across the front. So the card can fold flat either to the left or to the right. And then to cover that up, I've just cut 2 more strips of that background paper. And I've got my sentiment here, which is swimming by, I can't see it, that goes, swimming to wish you a happy birthday. There we go. And here's some close-up shots now so you can see all that lovely detail. And I just thought it was a really fun way to show how to use these cards in an alternative way, which is what I like to do. So if you're new to Made to Surprise, new to this channel, and you're on Facebook and you'd like to watch the mix and matches, those, like I said, are every Friday at 10 a.m. And I just spend a couple of hours and I pull new and old collections and just mix them up and see what I can create with them. So this was just another example of one of those lives. So I hope you've enjoyed this quick little voiceover. Like I said, these are just more for inspiration. If you want to see how these dies can be used at a more slower pace, then check out the playlist for the creative cuts and you will see more inspiration there. Until next time, take care and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.